President O'Donnell, honor guests, faculty, parents, fellow graduates, and friends. សូមគោរពលោកឪពុកលោកពូអ្នកមីងបងប្រុសប្អូនស្រីនិងមិត្តភ័ក្តិទាំងអស់ដែលមានវត្តមាននៅទីនេះ My name is Kimsy and it is my great honor to be speaking to you today in this special event. If you will permit me, I would like to tell you a little bit about my journey. I grew up in Siem Reap, a small town in Cambodia located about 9,000 miles away from here. After graduating from a local high school in 2010, I received a scholarship to attend a university in Phnom Penh, the capital city of Cambodia, and I moved to the city and stayed with my sister, who was studying pharmacology at a medical school. It was in my mathematics class, ordinary differential equations, that I met a professor from Manhattan College who were there teaching for the second time as a volunteer at Royal University of Phnom Penh. I worked very hard and did well in her class. The professor encouraged me to apply to Manhattan College, and I did. The admission letter arrived in March 2011. A few weeks later, I received generous financial support derived from several scholarships funded by Manhattan College and Mr. and Mrs. O'Malley. Without this generosity, I would not be able to attend Manhattan College. And certainly, without tremendous support and encouragement from faculty members, family, friends, administrators, and staff at Manhattan College, I would not be standing here today. It has been 4 years that I have called Manhattan College home. I meant it literally, as I have no other home in the United States. I regard faculty members as my second parents, and my friends as my family. They have been such a great support for me, and I never feel that I was ever treated differently, despite where I came from. Manhattan College is a very nurturing place, as we all agree. Here, I have made friends who have different backgrounds, and I learned to understand and appreciate their cultures and customs. At Manhattan College, we learned that we are all part of one enormous cycle. The spirit of cooperation is well promoted, as Lasallian education is one of the largest educational networks in the world. We also learned to respect one another, despite our differences in religion, ethnicity, gender, and cultures. Embracing diversity is crucial, as the world we live in is increasingly diverse. I learned quickly that in New York City, meeting someone from another country like myself is a common thing. As many as 800 languages are spoken throughout the 5 boroughs, making New York the most linguistically diverse city in the world. I am proud that Khmer, my mother tongue, is one of them. Nelson Mandela once said, if you talk to a man in a language he understands, that goes to his head. If you talk to him in his language, that goes to his heart. I speak in English today in the hope that more hearts will hear me. As often as newcomers are to embrace New York as their new home, they are eager to share stories about their past. There are many stories we can learn just by meeting people and engaging them in dialogue. One story I learned is a story of a taxi driver who came to New York from the troubled land he had escaped. He was once a doctor in Iraq and had led a well-educated professional life. He left Iraq during Saddam's regime and came to New York City. Today, he works as a taxi driver at all hours of the night to support his family. Another story is of an immigrant man working as a house cleaner. I read his story on one of my favorite blogs, Human of New York. He reflected his past and said, it was very tough at first. Moving to a new country is like being born all over again. You are just like a baby. You can't move, you can't speak, and you don't know the culture. By taking the time to listen to their stories, we learn to understand and appreciate who they are. When we understand, we can take action. Another story that often does not get told is a woman's story. A Pakistani girl and a Nobel Peace Prize winner, Malala Yousafzai, was shot because she stood up for education. Malala is one voice of millions of other girls who love education but not given the opportunity simply because of where they were born. Do we know that there are currently 66 million of girls who are out of school today? In many societies, education for girls is regarded as unnecessary and a poor investment. Here is an example. When a girl turns 12 and lives in poverty, her future is out of her hands. In the eyes of many, she is considered a woman, but is she? She faces the reality of being married at age 14, pregnant by age 15, and to have the family survive, she might be forced to sell her body. It is not the life most of us would imagine for a 12-year-old girl. I am myself from a country where girls are not expected to get higher education. In Cambodia, I have female friends who are just capable as me, but are not given the opportunity to go to college despite that being what they want. Today, I challenge us to speak up if we see injustice and discriminations. Choose to be an advocate for the minority groups at your workplace. With our Lasallian education, we could touch many lives of those who have no voice and those who need help. Let me come to an end with Malala's quote. Let us pick up our books and our pens. They are our most powerful weapons. One child, one teacher, one book, and one pen can change the world. Thank you, and again, congratulations.